poppin' squad? It's your boy Jesimein, and today I'm gonna give you guys some tips that a lot of people have been asking me that I thought everybody would just obviously find out, but I guess they're still going around. There's a lot of things that people don't know that you can do or how things work. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick little tips video to make your guys' life easier while playing the Division 2. It's not gonna be in no particular order, so don't think it's gonna be like categorized or anything. It's kind of like off the top of the head, off the questions I've been getting. So first things first, one big question people have been asking is about recalibration. Now, there's plenty of videos out there showing you how to recalibrate, and you can go check those out if you want to go in deep, but I'm just going to tell you one basic thing that a lot of people don't realize. So if you go to, let's say, I'll go to a random glove, especially right now since clutch is a big talent. Right here on clutch, under the little icon that is clutch, so you see how with the grenade, it's the little clock, and with the precise, it's the bullseye, whatever it is. If you go to clutch, right here, this little circle thing with like the little star in the middle, right under that, you can see a little circle and it has like an upside down V in it. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, like if you look where it says 2% armor on the clutch talent, to the right of that little circle under the icon, if you pay attention to that and you look at other things, like as you can see, this is another one with the little symbol in the middle. It's a circle with like an upside down V. And then if you look at precise, it's a full circle. There is no little V in the middle or upside or A, however you want to call it, right? So if you guys look at that, I just want you guys to know, if you see that icon and they're different, you cannot recalibrate that talent on it. So I don't have resources for this GG. I'm going to be grinding those this week. But anyways, if you want to roll something, it has to match. So for example, Devastating has a circle. Self-Adjusting has a circle. Capacitive has a circle. Terminate doesn't. It has a circle with the little upside down V. Destructive is a circle. Most of them are circles except main ones like Terminate, Clutch, and like To Order and stuff like this. So as far as recalibrating, as far as doing that with any talent, even if it's like, for example, like Berserk and Harden are two different types of talents. You cannot roll, if Berserk wasn't on here, you wouldn't be able to roll Harden where Berserk's at. Bloodsucker, another one with a V in it. Unbreakable, another one with a V in it. Most of them that are really, really good have that V in it, but you can see like Vital, it's an open circle. Harden's going to be an open circle. Damage to Elites is going to be an open circle. You can only match it up and roll based off of that. So I just want to let you guys know that. Another big thing that a lot of people did not know, if you go to your crafting station and you craft something, anything you craft from here, for some reason, I don't know if it's intended or what it is, but you cannot recalibrate your crafted talent onto something else. So you basically can't sit here and farm for the God roll talent off of the crafting table, roll it onto your weapon. It does not work like that. Just putting it ahead, save you some resources. I know a lot of you actually probably crafted like 100 freaking weapons to try to get your God roll talent, but that's not how it works. It does not do that. Exotics cannot be recalibrated in any kind of way as well. So what you see is what you get. Do not try it. Do not even hurt your own feelings by trying to think you can do that. So putting that out there. Boom. Okay, another thing. Now, this is not that big of a problem, but sometimes people don't know if their stats are, if they're looking at the normalized or unnormalized. So you see, you click this and some people assume, oh, if it's more, I am normalized. That's not the case. Sometimes when your stats are higher, you actually get normalized down. And if you don't ever, like, let's say you're in a predicament where you're like, man, I don't even know if I'm looking at normalized or not. There's an easy way to look. You click a weapon, and then you're going to click at the bottom. You say it says options, depending on your platform. Click options, and it says toggle normalized stats on, and you can kind of see on or off what you're looking at. So on, I have less armor, and off, I have more. So don't get confused by that, and don't build. Make sure, this is a really good tip. I'm glad I thought about this. When you're building, make sure your normalized stats are off. You want that to be as accurate as possible, because eventually normalized is going to put you down anyways. You want to focus on your stats when normalized are off. So just putting that out there. And another big tip, might as well, while we're in the inventory options, the same way, let's say you click an item, you click options, grid view. So most of your guys' menus, if you don't know about this, look like this. It's kind of hard to navigate. If you want your life to be saved, you click options, go down to grid view, boom, click it on, and it sorts it out in 2 rows, and they're smaller icons so you can see more on your screen at once. This is really good for people who have crazy inventories like myself, and trying to keep track of the items in it. You can definitely do a lot of different cool things with this. You can sort by default, by level, quality, damage, RPM, magazine size, weapon type, name, new, recent, favorite, junk, sell value, loadout. One really good thing is to have it for junk, just so you can keep a track on Like let's say right now, I'm probably gonna spend the rest of my week trying to get resources so I'll be ready for World Tier 5. I'm probably going to have junk on, so anytime I just mark something on the floor as junk, I can have it at the top of my inventory, so when I go through and actually check for talents, I know exactly where all the junk's going to be at. Now, another thing on that note as well, I'm glad everything's kind of like tying into it. I can't really show you guys right now, but let's say you're looting and let's say you're not really looking for anything at this point and there's an item on the floor. You don't have to pick it up and mark it as deconstruction. So for Xbox, you click down on the right analog and it's going to automatically mark it as junk and put it in your inventory. So you can just come straight here and sell everything or deconstruct, or you can deconstruct it on the spot. So if it's on the floor in front of you, you just hold down your left analog stick and it will deconstruct it and give you the materials. You don't even have to carry it in your inventory. So if you're going on material runs, you can just pretty much deconstruct. If it's not something you want, but without even picking it up, you can pretty much deconstruct it. So that's just a quick little tip for you guys. And another little fun tip, I don't think a lot of people know, man, because I didn't even know at first. If you press start and you go to your start menu, you go to progression and you press right bumper once and you go to found footage, there's some nice little crazy clips in here that are actual cutscenes. They're actually pretty nuts if you want to look at them. It's definitely looking at Division in a whole different light. So I'll let it play a little bit just so you guys can get an idea like what you're missing out on if you don't know what this is. Oh, and I'll stop it right there. Don't want to get in trouble by YouTube, but yeah, there's a lot of them. I don't know if you can collect more than what I have, but they're definitely really cool to look at if you have the time. And another tip is a lot of people are asking, like, where are you getting these fancy gear dyes? You do not farm for these. Let me save you some time and energy. Go to your apparel, and you're going to go to the apparel store, and obviously you're going to need some currency for this unless you're just getting lucky out of your caches. You go to collections and you can see on each collection, like if I go to style right here, some of them give you a gear dye. So you can see I have this one completed. So I got the style grunge gear dye. If I go down to this one, I get the weapon skin and the gear dye and the black tie one, which is the one I have on. You can see because I own all the pieces of the outfit, it gives you your gear dye. You cannot get these any other way. You cannot find these. You cannot farm for these. So if you're looking for the gear dyes, this is pretty much going to be the only way that you're going to be able to get them. So if you are, willing to spend a little bit of money, you can definitely pick it up. It's not that expensive, but if you just really feel in the gear dye that much. Now, I might as well throw this in the tip video right now. World Tier 5 is on its way, so I want to re-mention this. Do not go crazy like I did and waste all your resources. You do not want to be left hanging right now. It is not worth recalibrating right now. It's not worth creating a brand new build from the bottom up. It's not worth it right now. Please take this advice. Don't be like me. I have a lot more time to put into it, so obviously it doesn't affect me as much. But if you want to have the most optimal play time and however much time you put in, make sure you collect as much DZ credits as possible, or not DZ credits, but the currency by just collecting items, marking them for deconstruction, or marking them as junk, and then coming back to the vendor and selling them all. Also, make sure that you try to get as much ceramics as possible and electronics, because you're going to need that to recalibrate. You're going to spend a lot of time at this station right here, so you want to be as souped up and ready to go as possible for when World Tier 5 drops. Do not be like Jesimein and do that as you go. You do not want to be me. Make sure that your stash space is as clear as possible. You do not need anything extra at this point. If you want to be smart, like do what I did, keep one of every talent, right, on every type of gun, that if you have the room for it and you don't mind it. I kept a lot of my guns because I like my talents. I know that gun talents are going to be really, really good to put on new weapons. I'm going to need it anyways. Might as well use a lower gear score one than find a higher one. So as I find weapons in the upcoming World Tier 5, I'm going to be destroying them if they don't have the particular talent that I need. So like, for example, like you see how I have F2000 with different talents than I would my G3. As long as they are different talents, I'm going to keep them because I might need a replica of that to put on a new build. So if you want to try to go through your list, see what talents you really enjoy, and try to keep them to the point where you're not worried about losing a specific god roll when World Tier 5 comes out. What else can I tell you guys real quick? Yeah, and as far as that, loadouts, for a lot of people don't know this, and it's kind of weird. I would expect it's right here on the menu, but I mean, some people just don't pay attention to it. When you are in your pause menu, when you hold down pause, and also you can hold down pause to go straight to your inventory. If you did not know that, new division players. If you go here to this menu and you press left trigger, it's gonna pop up your loadouts. One thing I'm telling you guys, and please use this because this saved my life. This is a little thing I found out about myself that I needed. When you have your loadouts, only carry your loadouts on you. There's no point in carrying anything else extra if you don't plan on using it with your loadouts. And the way I did that is I literally would put on my loadout, and you can see like right here in this menu, which is really cool, and I'm happy they did this. Like if I was to unfavorite this and I go to my loadouts, it shows it as unfavored on this menu, so you can kind of see and go through your list on what you don't have as favorite. So I have all my loadout items favorited, so I can just click it, put it on, tag this as a favorite with the right trigger, puts a little star at the top left, and I know what in my inventory is a part of my loadout. So right now, if I were to, let's say, do I need this? Damage to elites. Oh, I actually do need this. All right, I'll just do it this way. I'll put it in my stash. Also, look, boom, this pops up right here. Sometimes your stash puts you in your menu. All you want to do is just spam A right in front of it, and it'll put you back into the stash. So it's just a little bug I'm sure that they're going to fix, but as of right now, the way to bypass that is just spam A right in front of it. Okay, so going to my inventory, if I go to my mask, as you can see, everything starred is a part of my loadout. So I know in good faith, if I were to put this away, let's go into my weapons. Do I have anything that? So put this away, put this away, put this away, put it away. Oh, I just put away one of them, but you'll see why in a little bit. Okay, and you can see I'll mark these two as deconstruct junk. Okay, so you can see right here, I just put all that stuff away. I accidentally put one of my loadout guns away, but you can see right here, everything that was starred is still here, so I don't really have to worry. All of my loadouts are intact except this one that was missing because I don't have the other mask that I put on this. So like right now, you press start. Let me go and click the loadout. So I'm gonna right now overwrite it so I can add that mask to it. Boom, so I'm good to go. So you can see all of my stuff is still here. I didn't have to worry about going and looking at each gear piece. This is the way. Only favorite items in your loadout, unless you plan on protecting them to the point where you can put them in your stash. Only favorite it. All your favorite items that are in your loadout, get them out of your inventory. You need that inventory space, I promise you. I have a lot of loadouts. Not a lot of people have 6 full loadouts, but if you do have 6 full loadouts, it's going to take about, you see, 84 of your 100 inventory. Okay, another tip that you guys probably did not know. Sometimes you find yourself like, damn, why can't I pick up this mod? I have room in my inventory. Mods and inventory have their own separate counters. So you can see on my inventory, when I was to go in here, actually bypass this. Okay, yeah, if I go into my inventory at the top, you can see 84 out of 100. That's my actual inventory with like my weapons and my gear, but right here it's a 66 out of 100. So mods are all in its own category. You do not have to worry about having a full inventory and not being able to pick up mods. As long as your mods is available, as long as you have enough space in it, you're good, and vice versa. Even if you have 100 in your inventory, you'll still be able to pick up. And if you have 100 in your mod, you'll still be able to pick up if your inventory is available. So don't be like, damn, why can't I pick up this mod, but I have enough space in my inventory? It's not how it works. You got to make sure you look at this mod category, because this mod category gets full quick. And I might do some inventory management with this, but I mean that's all up to you. It's okay to have a lot in here because it's not like you're picking up 100 mods a run anyway. So it's pretty much it, you guys, as far as quick tips to make your life easier. As far as farming, I know people are gonna ask, what should I run right now? Anything is runnable right now because you're gonna get loot regardless. If you're going for a straight currency, I would literally probably run Occupy DZ because that gives you the most loot drops. You can probably just grab them. If you have to extract and sell from the checkpoint, which is another good thing. I might as well fast travel while I do this. If you plan on doing the DZ run and you're going for money, the best thing to do is to literally mark everything. I mean, if you're looking for something specific and you find it, fine, whatever, but 99% of it, mark it as junk. get in your inventory, and whatever's contaminated, extract it, and just sell everything that's in your deliveries, because that's all going to be junk anyways. Just mark everything in there, put it in your inventory, which is why I say have space for your inventory, because you're going to need to sell massive amounts of loot at one time, and that's the fastest way to do it. And what's cool about this is, like, let's say you go to deliveries. This is perfect. I'm not gonna sell this. I'm actually keeping this backpack for something. But you just mark it from here, and then you'll move it. So make sure you put the trash can on it, put it in your inventory, and then sell it. And then come right here to interact, and you can sell from here, which is super good. I'm so happy they did this. Even though we don't have a vendor, you're able to sell everything that's in your inventory from here. So pretty much you don't want to go through it, because this menu is kind of annoying to navigate. That's why I said make sure you have your stuff marked as junk, so that you don't even have to scroll through this. You want to get to this screen when you have everything marked, and then you hold down your right analog and just sell junk, and then keep it going. And then your stash spaces, or your stash delivery is going to be clear, your inventory is going to be clear, and you're going to get the money from right here. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I just want to give you guys some quick little freestyle tips, because I know a lot of questions circulating, a lot of this stuff, and even though you may know it, somebody probably doesn't. And I've seen too many comments of people asking questions about simple things that we would think is simple, but you got to realize there's a lot of new players that just don't have the concept down yet, and they're pretty much getting it, especially new players. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Share this with somebody who needs like a quick little run through of what they should be doing right now, especially and things to make their life easier. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Your boy is out.